Hello, hello, Globies, and welcome to another episode of Glorious Life on Wheels. I'm out here in Murrieta in the baking hot sun to do a video at TUFF Shed on Elm in Murrieta. I am so excited to bring you this video because, as many of you know, I want to do a tiny house and a tiny house community / RV park. And I've been looking at different options as far as for putting up a couple of tiny homes on the property, and I've even considered building them from scratch, and I came across TUFF Sheds, and I think this is the way I'm going to go. So come on, I'm going to show you 3 different configurations, and I'll show you the one that I think I'm going to use, and I'll let you know why, and you can tell me what you think about it. So come on, let's go look at them, shall we? TUFF Shed has a number of options. I was here a couple of weeks ago, and I was in a shed that is over here, and it has that sloping roof. And I think this particular size and shape inside is not going to be the one I'm going to use. One of the things I really like about the TUFF Sheds are that they're framed with galvanized steel, if you can see here. So instead of the wood, which deteriorates and rots, you've got galvanized steel, which really makes it a much sturdier and stronger base, and you won't have the rotting and problems you would have with wood on the bottom. This shed is a 10 by 12, but I prefer the more rectangular shaped sheds, and I'll explain why later. This has a lot of upgrades. You can see the roof is not the shingles. It's a metal, it looks like. Also, the siding is quite different. They have framing around the windows, and they have windows, which is clearly an upgrade. Also, they have a porch that they added to this one, and windows in front. And then they added a residential door. I would have a residential door, and I'll tell you why. On the barn doors, it's closed and it's closed tight, but the ceiling on the residential, for the residential standards, is different, and it's completely sealed so nothing is getting through. Plus, I just like the aesthetics of a residential door better. Come on in and let's look and see what's inside this one. Now you can see inside this one, they've already put up a wall dividing the unit. I guess this would be perhaps your living room area, and maybe you could put maybe a kitchen against this wall over here, small kitchen, and I guess maybe a TV and shelves against this wall over here. Or you could put your kitchen here, I guess, and have your TV or your sofa here, and maybe your TV over here. I mean, there's a lot that you could decide, a lot of choices. The other thing I like about these sheds is they have what's called 16 on center studs. So that is consistent with the guidelines for residential buildings. So you've got sturdy support here for your building. Now you would have to add your insulation and of course your electrical, your drywall, and your plumbing. And this looks like they would probably use this as a bathroom, maybe have the shower down at that end, a toilet and sink on this side, and maybe, I don't know, or on that side. But I think that's what I would use this for if I was going to do it. But I don't know if I like the wall up in this unit that much. Again, I'm thinking I like the rectangular, and I'm going to show you the rectangular now. Oh, I forgot to tell you, the studs, I guess these are called studs, these are 2 by 4s. Again, it's 2 by 4s on 16-inch on center studs. And that's on all of their construction that I've seen. These are the 2 that I seriously considered, and I'm picking one of them. First, you have the tall barn style roof. Both are 8 by 15, but the tall barn style roof makes it look, I think, a lot bigger if you look at the 2 from one to the other. but they're not. It's just an illusion because of the tall roof. This is called the barn style, and it also has a barn style door, whereas this one has a residential double door. I don't think I would get the double door. I think I would get the single door because I'd want more wall space. But let's go ahead and look inside this barn style one. Because of the barn style high roof, you also are able to have a loft in here, but that's really not going to be practical for me at 70. I'm not going to be climbing up and down the loft to sleep or even to store things because I think it would be a danger. I've already fallen down the stairs at my house once and broke both ankles. So that would not be something I would be interested in doing. So I'm not interested in paying the extra money for a barn style when I wouldn't use it, even though it gives it more of a sense of spaciousness. But you can see from here why this would, I think, lend more to a residential type of outfitting. What I would do, this is again an 8 by 15. I think I would get a 12 by 15. At this end, this would be extended out. I'm sorry, a 12 by 24. So I would have almost 10 more feet. And on this end, I would have a bedroom that would be closed off by a barn door. Then I would have on this end, because I'd have a lot more space, I'd have a sofa, maybe a Murphy bed that pulls down for sleeping. And then in this corner over here, I would have a wall that would be the bathroom inside there. And on this side, I would have a little flip down table for a desk and dining area. And then I would have the kitchen over here, but because it would be an extra 10 foot at this end over here, as this is extended back, I would put a little nook with a double type of bunk bed with a bunk on top and a little desk underneath, and it would face directly across from the bathroom. And the bathroom would be a shower with just a toilet and a sink. But that's what I'm looking at doing. Let me show you the other one that is the same size but doesn't have the barn roof. I really like this color too. And I think this color would be just perfect. And I would have the shingle roofs and maybe a box on either side, but I'd probably do my own box, and a residential door, single, but maybe a little wider so I could get the appliances inside. Now, this again, you've got the same kind of studs and reinforcement and 2x4s. They've got windows up above. I would add a window at each end. And I might even add a bay window at the end over here, or maybe a bay window in the bedroom. I don't know. I have to see. But I think what I would do, let me know what you think. This window, have you seen those windows that they fold? I would make this a bigger window that folds, but let me know what you think of some of these ideas. But again, you'd need to insulate this. I'm thinking, since it's not that big, that I would have it foam insulated instead of doing the red or pink kind of styrofoam. What is it, fiberglass? I would just have it done foam. And I'm going to have it, instead of having it on blocks like this, I would have it put on a poured cement pad. What do you think? Let me know. Are you saying eye to eye with me, or do you like something else? But imagine this 10 foot longer and also 4 feet wider. Now, don't hold me to this, but my understanding is that the basic 8 by 15 runs starting price around, and again, around $7,000, depending on what you're going to add onto it. This has a lot of additions. The basic one would have no residential door. It would just have the barn door like those over there. It wouldn't have the windows or the window box. But again, prices change, things change rapidly. So right now around $7,000, but then you have to add your extras. But again, remember, this one is going to be, that I'm going to order, is going to be an extra, what did I say, 8 or 9 foot long and an extra about 4 feet wide. I know some of you weren't here for my live, so you're probably going to want to look inside this slanted roof one. So I will show you that one now. As you can see, the double door takes up a lot of space here and wall space. So I would not have that. And then if you add windows, you barely even have room for windows. Then if you look inside here, a lot of your space is in the center, which I don't think would be very usable unless you had like maybe an island, but who's going to put an island in something this small? And then again, the back side comes down lower. So I think this is really cute for a she shed or an office, but for residential purposes, I think I like the more rectangular shape one than the square shape. I'm going to show you something that's really small and then something that's even smaller. I mean, if you just had to have something just to put a bed in, this would do. Oh, did I mention that the framing on these comes with a 40-year warranty? The siding comes with a 50-year warranty, and the shingles come with lifetime. So that's pretty cool. All right, here's a small one. Let me look and see if I can see what size this is. This is a 6 by 10 foot. And I think you could probably you could get a bed in here, maybe a Murphy bed that opens sideways instead of forward. And then over there you could have your kitchen. And then maybe over here, maybe just a little portable toilet. But I mean, this would certainly be better than sleeping on the street if someone was homeless, or if you needed somewhere as a shelter on a home base. And this, I think, starts around, don't hold me to it, but I think around $5,000. And then you could insulate it and do the other stuff as you save and as your budget allows. I was going to show you one more, and this is really tiny. It looks like it's maybe about, I don't know, 6 to 7 foot long and maybe 6 foot across. And I guess you could put a cot in here, but you wouldn't be able to stand in this. But I don't know, probably a few $1,000s, and in a pinch, somewhere to be out of the elements. Hello, and thank you so much for tuning in and watching this video. I really want to take you on every step of this journey with me, finding the perfect shed to convert to a tiny house. I considered, like I said in the video, making it and starting from scratch, but I think it would be really hard to beat the prices and the quality of the sheds that I saw when I went and took the tour of the TUFF sheds. And I'm pretty much, unless something comes up that's just too good to pass up, I pretty much have decided I'm going to go with the TUFF sheds for the tiny houses that I'm going to put in my tiny house slash RV slash whatever community that I'm putting together. But I'm going to take you along as I continue looking for properties. I've looked at some, but they weren't the right ones. But I'll take you along and hopefully get your input, and we'll see this project to fruition. But if you have comments that you want to make or questions, put them down in the comment section below. And also at 3 p.m. today, Saturday, July 29th, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard, I'm going to be having my live, so you can ask questions on that. And don't forget, on the live, I'm going to be making a special announcement of something really exciting going on next month, as well as telling you what wonderful, beautiful RV resort I'm at right now and who the organization is that put together this fabulous, and I do mean fabulous, rally. But come on and join us, and I will see you at 3 p.m. hopefully today on the live. And I did say that I would explain a little bit more, and I will quickly right now explain why I like the rectangular shapes rather than the square shape. I like having more of your living space extended so that I can have maybe a longer kitchen, have more room for a additional space at the end for a bedroom. And I just think when you have more of a square shape, a lot of your living space is in the center, and it's hard for me to conceive of how I would use that effectively and efficiently. So I like the rectangular shape better. But let me know what you think, if you agree or disagree. Anyhow, may your journeys be filled with joy and blessings. And by all means, stay safe and cool in this heat.